Oh, the next question is, what would you do the same? I wrote down mostly everything. Honestly, mostly everything. I said I would do mostly everything that I did because I truly made the most of my opportunities to learn and to grow. And I really do believe that. Like, I did most in school, I did almost everything that I wanted to do. I had a balance of extracurricular activities. Did great in school in terms of my grades. And then I also maintained good work ethic all throughout sophomore, junior, and senior year of high school. I I went out with friends. I just, I made the most of my opportunities. I created opportunities for myself, made the most of my circumstances. So I would mostly do everything the same. Only those things that I mentioned come to mind as like major things that I would have done differently. Okay. um, So the next question is, what general advice would I give to aspiring emancipated minors? I want to do a whole separate video about this. I've been writing this video in my head for the past several years. I've just not, I've just had like all these other things going on. And truth be told, when I was unemployed, I thought that the best thing that I could do was not have an online presence, even though I wasn't really like doing anything controversial or whatever. I just thought that maybe employers were denying me because maybe they found like my poetry collection or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I've wanted to make this video for the longest time. So I would just go through these, but I'll expound on them in another video. About this topic of general advice to offer aspiring emancipated minors. But some of the things that I wrote down is you have to make good decisions 99% of the time. That's really hard, but I would say like that's going to keep you out of trouble. That's going to keep you away from things that will lead to your detriment. Like you cannot afford to derail yourself in your journey if you really want to be an emancipated minor, or if you just want to take on responsibility for yourself earlier in life, or even if you're just a young adult right now. Like, make good decisions. Make good decisions. Another thing I wrote down is be responsible and be resourceful. I cannot stress it enough. You have to really be resourceful. What that looks like is, well, if you could save $1, save it. For example, um, I would say like find out if your insurance company offers an over-the-counter benefit, because many of them do, and then get some things from your insurance company every quarter when your like benefit amount refreshes. So like if they have lotion, if they have oil, if they have feminine care products, if they have cleaning supplies, or like like hand sanitizer or like alcohol wipes, anything like that, try to get it for free. If you have a pantry near you, check it out. Like, check it out, see if there's a food pantry, see if there are like clothing drives and stuff. Like, I wouldn't have the attitude that like I'm too good for that kind of stuff. Find a way to save your money, because like I said earlier, you cannot self-indulge, or you shouldn't really self-indulge too much, so that you can spend responsibly and save your money for more important things and stay on your path towards accomplishing your goals. But yes, be resourceful. We have to learn how there are resources all around you. Use that internet. If you are struggling and you don't have internet like that, go to the library. There are books in your school library. Like, try to teach yourself things, build skills, because you can turn your skills into things that you can sell. Like, you can turn, if you know how to do anything, you can turn it into a course that people may want to pay for if you do a good enough job, I believe, in marketing, or just in the content itself. So just be resourceful. I will expound on all this in another video. Another thing that I wrote down is resist the tendency to self-indulge in the short term in order to maintain self-preservation in the long term. That's what I was saying earlier, so I expounded on that already, but yeah. Another thing, learn to conserve and reserve your energy. Oh my gosh, I cannot express this one enough. Learn to reserve your energy instead of overextending yourself, because people will exploit this. I gave examples of how people exploited me, but I'll save this for another video. But if there's one thing I would emphasize, especially to aspiring emancipated minors, it's that don't overextend yourself. Like I said, I have, you know, super foreign parents. As a foreign girl, I was raised to like literally serve the men, and then serve the children, and then serve my mom, like serve everybody before me. The girls were taught that we serve ourselves last, right? We're also taught to clean up all the time. So like my Caribbean Latino friends and Arab friends, Asian friends, African friends alike, one thing I noticed is that us girls, like, we're like quick to help, quick to clean, quick to try to like solve problems even when they're not ours. And what I have learned is like how people will watch you break your, like, people will watch you overextend yourself and they will not care. They will just watch you do it. And then some people are so sinister, some people are so wicked and twisted that they will blame it on you. When you finally go to them and you tell them, listen, I'm tired, I've been doing this for too much, da, 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 they'll be like, okay, well, it's your fault, you shouldn't have been doing this and this and that. And it'll hurt your feelings because that person is right. No one told you to do all these things. You were doing it out of the kindness of your heart. You were doing it expecting reciprocity, maybe. You were doing it hoping they would appreciate you. And the whole time they showed you they didn't appreciate you, and you kept doing those things. Like, I have a story behind this, and I'm trying so hard not to say it, but I kind of want to say it to give you an example. I just got out of a long relationship, and in this relationship, I overextended myself. I was always offering help to different people in my ex's family. Like, just whenever I saw someone cooking or doing something or cleaning up, like, I would clean up too. Even sometimes just like at their homes and stuff, I would get up and I would sweep. And there was some people in his family who never said thank you to me. Never, ever, 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 ever said thank you to me. They saw me doing the landscaping outside, never said thank you. In fact, they said things like, oh, well, good, that's what she should be doing. She should be doing. Well, you know what? On my birthday last year, around this time of the year, I washed a dish and I chose not to wash any of the other dishes like I usually would do or sometimes would do, right? And someone in this person's family called me lazy. Lazy. You can't be me and be lazy. You don't get to be completely responsible for yourself and be a lazy person. That's a privilege you don't get to have. There's not a lazy gene in my Caribbean Latina ass body. There's no laziness here. Okay? Not when you come from immigrant parents who cross oceans, who cross seas, who cross continents to bring you here, who give up everything to bring you here. Lazy, you get put in a barrel and sent back home before you could ever be lazy. Okay? Lazy where? But you know what? I took offense not because not because I'm lazy. I took offense because for 5 years, I was consistently overextending myself, doing too much, being kind, and it went unappreciated and unacknowledged by this person in particular. But the one in time I choose to do something just for myself on my birthday, it's a problem, and that's when the person wants to acknowledge me. Not when I do all these kinds, not when I've done all these kind things for this person's family or in this person's home. And like I said, I took offense because I should have just pulled back. When I noticed the first year, the second year, the third year, I should have just stopped doing it. But it's like, that's what I'm saying when like, I get it now when women say like, stop expecting people to be you. You keep on expecting, you don't even realize you're doing it. You keep thinking like, oh, well, this is something I would do. No, when you realize there's no reciprocity in that relationship, walk away from that shit. When you recognize that that people can count on you and you can't count on them, yeah, déjalo. Walk away from it. Let that shit go. The sooner, the better. The younger you are, the better. Let it go. Don't listen. If you are a benefit and a bright light, a star in someone's life, they should be that for you too. And if they're not, yeah, let it go. There will always be something better. I've been telling my friends this for so long. I should have told it to myself. Out of 7 billion people in this world, let the ones who do not love you go. There will always be something better, always be someone better, always. And sometimes we have people taking up space in our lives, and that's the reason why the people who are meant to be there can't get there. You got to move people out the way. You got to be like, muévete ya. Okay, you have to be like, yeah, bye. You have to. It's hard, but it's better to develop that skill when you're young, not when you're older, because when you're older it's harder for you. You're stuck in your ways, you're more complacent, you make a lot of excuses. Maybe you have children, so it's harder. Maybe you're married, so it's harder. No, don't do that to yourself. Moving on. Another thing that I wrote down is keep focused on your vision for a better life and work towards it daily for a sense of fulfillment and for motivation through the hard times. Okay, I will say that again. Keep focus on your vision. Have a vision for your life and then work on that vision todos los días, okay? Every day, even if it's literally one journal a day. If I only design one notebook a day, only publish one notebook a day, that's okay. Some days are really hard for me, but I'm so productive every single day because I have to be. And in the end, when I see the progress I've made, I'm happy about it. So, it'll help you. If you keep a vision for yourself, it'll help you and motivate you to get up when nothing else will. It'll help you get through those difficult times when you're dealing with self-doubt and uncertainty. Another thing that I wrote down is feed your mind information that is useful 85% of the time. Stop listening to garbage music. Stop watching garbage, low vibrational content because you're going to be a garbage, low vibrational person. All that trash music that's out there is clouding your mind. It's the reason that the way you speak is so foul. It's the reason why you're not that intelligent. Read as much as you can. Even if you don't like to read that much, watch videos and put the damn subtitles on. But if you want to like the person that you are, if you want to attract people then that you think are ideal and impressive, then make sure you're an impressive person too. Make sure you're someone who you, by your own measure, your own metrics, your own standards, be someone you would be attracted to. Like I said earlier, any guy would be blessed and lucky to have me as his girlfriend. Anybody would be lucky to have me as their friend. Any team would be lucky to have me because anything I do, I put my passion into it and I put drive. I work towards it, especially if I'm in a situation where other people are impacted by my decisions. Oh, I definitely don't want to let that group down. Okay, anything I'm attached to, that I choose to be attached to, I show up and I make sure I do the very best that I can because I like to impress myself. I like to show myself how capable I am. I like to be impressed, and therefore I get to hold other people to that standard because, well, you're impressed by me. Don't you think I should be impressed by you? But when you're operating in a low vibrational state, you're likely to accept all kinds of low vibrational crap and low vibrational people and low vibrational relationships because, well, that's what you're putting out there. That's what you're going to get. Another thing, moving on, next question. The next question is, what is something about emancipation that no one prepared me for? Ay, Dios mío. Honestly, no one prepared me for the sorrow, the sadness, and the fact that it doesn't ever leave, or it just hasn't left. Like, no matter how much I work and no matter how hard I work, I think that I still struggle with, like, especially now in my 20s, like I've only been like fully independent since I was 19, so for 6 years now. No one, no one could have prepared me for, like, just the fact that that there are some things that you just can't change. You can't do anything about in this life, and sometimes you're gonna be bombarded with the emotions and the sorrow that comes with that, the sadness and the, like, negative thoughts sometimes, like, just the feelings of, like, if only things could have been different. Like, sometimes I'll watch something and I, like, start crying because I remember I was watching this show and um okay, like the show Jane the Virgin. I love the show Jane the Virgin so much. I've watched it like 3 times already, the whole series, right? I cry when I watch that show because there are just some things I will never know. There are some things. I'm so tired of crying. But like the relationship between the character Jane and her mom and her grandmother, like I will never know that. And like I said, no matter how hard I work, no matter what I accomplish, I will never know that in this lifetime. And sometimes I still cry about that. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. In fact, the only thing I can do is just make sure that my story progresses better and ends better than it began. So I task myself with doing that. But like I said, sometimes I'm still bombarded by the sadness, and it can just be as simple as like watching a commercial and seeing like a family unit, or seeing like a parent with their child like walking across. Like I saw a dad walking to go have ice cream like with his daughter, or like they were carrying ice cream already, and I was just like, wow, like stuff like that sometimes just makes me sad that I didn't have that, but it's okay. Another thing that I wrote down that no one could have prepared me for, honestly, is the amount of stress that comes with being independent. Like, I, Dios mío, like, I would not have expected me to be stressed out like every freaking day. And I don't know if this just comes with being an adult or if this just comes with being me, but no one could have prepared me for that. Moving on. What are some things that you've done since emancipation that you're proud of? Okay, so now the rest of these questions should be a little bit more like uplifting, like ay Dios mío, no more crying, girl. Okay, so what are some things that you've done since emancipation that you're proud of? I'm gonna try to go through this really quickly because I don't think I have that much space left. Okay, so I wrote down I blossomed into a brighter Starlini because that's my name. But I blossomed into a brighter Starlini. I learned to like myself, which is truly gratifying because I was literally raised to hate everything about myself. Like my mother called me ugly every day. Like that's what I had for breakfast. My father, made fun of me a little bit, but not nearly as much as my mom. My dad actually told me something, but I'm not gonna go into it. Anywho, but yeah, my sisters, they made fun of everything about me, everything, 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 everything. My lips, they said I have white people lips. My feet, like they used to make fun of me for like heating up something in the microwave. They'd be like, my dad would be like, "Oh, you're never gonna get a man, is that? How you going to get a man? You put everything in the microwave." I'm 9. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? I'm 9. Like I'm like, what the? But it left me with a lot of insecurity. But that's why I say I learned to like myself. I actually really like. I spend time with myself and enjoy it. I'm not one of those people who are like, when I'm home alone or when I'm by myself, like I don't know what to do with myself. No, I always have something that I need to do. That's my problem. I wrote down, oh, I said, yeah, I learned to like myself, which is gratifying because I was taught to see everything wrong with me, and there is no one I would rather be. Truly, there is a time where I would rather be anybody else because I hated my life and my reality that much. But I am so grateful, so grateful that like there is no one I would rather be. I'm good. It's okay. I am incredible, actually. That's what I wrote down. There's no one I would rather be because I am incredible. And I hope you tell yourself that every day too, because you are. I wrote down, I published my poetry collection, which was my first step towards healing. Like I said, I didn't even realize how bad things were for me because I was keeping everything in for like 17 years. And then I finally talked about it on the stage and I couldn't get through the poem without breaking down. And that's when I realized I needed healing. So I published that poetry collection back in 2018 when I was 19. I published my Journey to Self-Love course earlier this year in April. And that was a guide I wrote myself to help me with my self-esteem, to help me with my journey of self-discovery. And I'm so excited to develop that course more and to teach it. I also taught myself graphic design in 2022, and I found a passion for it. I love making my designs. It's so fun. It's challenging sometimes because you're starting with a blank canvas, but that's what makes it so fun when you get the final result. You see, like, you went from that blank canvas to this, you know, cool image, and then to turn it into a notebook that people can use. Like, it's fun, it's cool, I really like it. You can check out the link in the description, by the way, if you're interested. I actually just published some more designs that I'm waiting to, I submitted them, I'm waiting for them to be published. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. I also showed myself that I am strong and that I am capable. Like I said earlier, one of the things I like to do is show myself how capable I am. Like, that's why I like opportunities to learn and to grow. But not, I like opportunities to grow in areas that like matter to me, you know. So yes, I did that. I learned to love and to show love and to receive it. I still struggle with receiving love, I can admit that. But like, even in my relationship, it's sad how things transpired towards the end, but I don't regret the relationship because I mean, it was like my first and only relationship I've ever been in, but I don't regret it because I showed myself that I learned that I am truly a loving being. And I mean, I've always been pretty empathetic and compassionate, but I think my circumstances didn't really allot much time and space for me to be soft and for me to be loving, because no one showed me that. Like, my parents didn't say I love you to me. The one time my dad said it to me, I closed the door because I just met him and I didn't like know him like that, you know, or know like how to respond to something like that. But I have come such a long way. Like, I've made so much progress, and in my relationship I saw myself really be so loving, and I'm glad to have seen that side of myself, because I love romance. I love like romantic movies. I started off writing love poems and love songs when I was in second grade, so, or probably third grade. So yes, I really enjoy romance. I wouldn't say I'm a hopeless romantic because I don't really like the hopeless aspect. I actually have to have a lot of hope to get out of bed every day. So I'm more of a hopeful romantic, if anything, but definitely heavy on the romantic part. Like, I love romance and like intimacy, romance more than the intimacy part. But yeah, yeah. So I learned that about myself, and that was really cool to see myself be that way. Like I said, any guy would be lucky to have me as a girlfriend because I'm truly so full of love. And that's surprising to me, if I'm honest, because I wasn't raised with a lot of love, but I don't know. Maybe God packed it inside of me somewhere. I don't know, because I tapped into it, which was really cool. Another thing I wrote down is I continue to pursue education and earn certificates. And the example I wrote down is I am an ordained minister, so I can marry you if you want to. No, I will not marry you. I can help you get married. I'm not marrying nobody. Absolutely not. That sounds like a life of servitude that I do not want. But I also wrote down that I am an internationally certified English second language teacher, so I could teach you English as well. So I'm proud of that as well. I'm really proud of that. Not so much for the title. I'm proud of that because I thought ahead. Like, we all may get deported. Those of us who are like, you know, who have birthright citizenship, but this new administration wants to repeal it. We may get deported. Hopefully not, right? But if we were to, I have a job, okay? I have a job anywhere in this country. I mean, anywhere in this world, because I could teach people English and I have a certification. And I literally did that last year. Who knew, like, that we would be in this situation this year, where that could be a reality? But I'm glad I thought ahead. And I'm also proud of myself too, because like I said, that was a very difficult time for me, when I was unemployed and I was literally just taking all these certificate courses so that I could get a job and improve my resume. And I'm proud of myself because all I wanted to do was cry every day and lay down in the dark. All I wanted to do was just cry, but I forced myself to make progress, and I'm proud. Another thing I wrote down is I reconnected with people and allowed myself to have a sense of community and camaraderie in others, which can be hard for me because of my trust issues. So that's why I'm really proud of myself for doing that. I would say this, going back to the question about general advice: allow people to help you, allow people to be a support system, but vet them, you know, do your best, like take things slow when you know you have trust issues, but allow people to help you, because when you're isolated, that's how the predators get you, and that's how people who have ill intentions, people who low-key envy you, people who low-key resent you, that's how they keep you down. And like I said, stay in that space that really belongs to someone else. You don't know and you can't tell because you don't have anybody else to tell you that things could be different. So allow yourself. That's why I say we shouldn't rush to date and have like these committed relationships and stuff when we're so young, because you don't know, like the first guy who calls you pretty and makes you feel good, you shouldn't just go for him, because you have to see how you are with different types of guys to know what really works for you. But more on that later, okay? It says, what are you looking forward to next year? And this is the last question. I wrote down a few things. I'm looking forward to progressing more in my personal development and creating more art. Yes, 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 yes. I'm looking forward to teaching my JSL course. I'm so excited. I actually like really, really want to teach that course because I want to improve it. So putting it to the test like will show me what work it needs or what progress I need to make on it. But anywho, I also wrote down, I'm looking forward to actualizing my career and academic goals, because I stay having goals, okay? I have career goals I'm so excited for, and I really, really hope I accomplish them, because like I said, stability is very important to me. And then I have some academic goals as well that I've been working towards this year and that continue into next year. So I'm looking forward to that, you know, inshallah, of course. I'm looking forward to financial stability and job security. Yes, yes, because I need it, okay? I need it. It's been hard. I'm looking forward to strengthening my voice and gaining clarity on my life's purpose. Yes, 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 yes. That is like one of the bigger takeaways for me. I'm looking forward to strengthening my voice and gaining clarity on what my life's purpose is, because I don't know, I kind of think that I think sometimes I'm like inching closer towards it, and then I feel like all these setbacks and obstacles make me doubt that I have even the slightest idea of what God put me on this earth for, and like put me through all this crap for. Like, what is it for? I don't know what it was for, but I'd like to, you know, figure that out so I can really like work towards that. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'm on the right path and I just can't see it. You know, that's possible. But I'm done. Yes. That is all I have to say. I know this is a lot of footage to go through, so I don't even know when I'm gonna get this edited and uploaded, but I'm done. I'm done. I'm so happy. I do not like crying in front of people, so honestly, fingers crossed that I upload this, because oh my gosh. But thank you so much. If I do upload this and actually share this on my channel, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to me and for watching all these videos. I don't know how many parts I'm gonna have to chop this into, but thank you so much. Like I said in the beginning, I hope that it was, one moment please. I hope that it was helpful to you. I hope that it was enlightening, and I hope for you, the person who this is dedicated to, I hope that you actually like made it all the way to the end, because this was for you. It's for all of you, and it's for me too. Like, I'm sure that this was healing in a way, but I chose to go ahead and do this video even though it's way past December 1st, my actual anniversary, because I saw your comment. I saw the screenshot from 2021. So thank you for giving me the push. Thank you for giving me the courage. And thank you all for listening to this video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and allowing me to be this vulnerable. I really don't like it. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, what did you just do? But I have a feeling somebody will appreciate it. And if no one else, and I'm sure the person who left that comment will appreciate it. So thank you so much. I will maybe or most likely do another update. So yes, thank you so much. Maybe next year for the 10-year anniversary, I would do another video. But if not, I hope this was helpful and I hope that this was enjoyable. I will add it to the Emancipation playlist on my channel so that it's easier to find. But yeah, thank you. I keep saying thank you because truly, thank you. I'm sure somebody out there will let me know that they appreciate this video. So I'm thanking you in advance, and I'm grateful to everyone who has supported the emancipation content on my channel too, because if not for the support I've seen on those videos, I probably wouldn't feel too comfortable or confident that this will be appreciated by those of you who this kind of subject matter pertains to. So yes, but on that note, I will say, tata mi amores, take care. Thank you. Alright, it's time to do my thumbnails. I look so orange. Why am I sitting here looking so orange? Oh my gosh. This video is gonna be so, I'm gonna look orange in this whole video. Ay, Dios mío. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, anywho.